And straight after that, we've got Poppy. If you haven't seen Poppy's channel, go and check him out too. He's good for a chat. He's fun. And he makes cool stuff.
Hey gang, you guessed it! Poppy's Workshop. And as you can see by the clutter and confusion and grunge, we're in the shop. Okay, let's zoom you out a bit. There we go. Now, over here. No, over here. Yeah. Hi! Okay, yeah, it's Friday, the 17th? Yeah, Friday the 17th of June, 2022. And it is unseasonably cool. This is not June weather. This part of California, this time of June, by 9 a.m. we got the swamp going because it's 100 degrees outside. That's that way. It's 100 degrees outside by 9 a.m. this time of the year in this part of California. I think some of it, a little bit, might be all that volcanic ash that those 5 volcanoes. Remember the 5 volcanoes we had last year? Iceland, the Philippines, there was a little one in Japan, and 2 others, Italy, and so that leaves one I can't remember. All throwing ash up in the air. Yeah, I know they're also throwing sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide and all that, but what I'm concentrating on right now is the ash. See, volcanic ash, get it up in the upper atmosphere, it blocks out sun. You get cooler temperatures. It sure can't be because of the sulfides. You know, the hydrogen sulfide and the sulfur dioxide. No, can't be because of them. Those cause hot. That's right, hot. I want to take, no, I can't do that. Okay, now, when we were last out here, I did the lights. Okay, remember the lights? Okay, and I said I was going to address the coolant situation for my lathe and milling machine. A little bit of history. I've been a Micromark customer for many, many years. Starting back in the 90s, I started lusting over my bandsaw. You've seen my Microlux bandsaw, right? Variable speed, capable of being used wet. And they even sold a drip feed coolant system, accessory attachment for it. I got a lapidary unit. It was used, I took a picture of it. You won't see very much of it. It's unimportant. Looking at the drip feed for the bandsaw in the Micromark catalog, I cobbled together this. You can just about see the aperture. This aperture was one of the torch tips from a micro flame torch. Is one of these ones you put the 2 little cylinders. They look like whippet cylinders, but one is butane and the other one was something nitrate, the stuff the dentist uses, you know, laughing gas. Well, it was an impure form of laughing gas. It's also the impure form of laughing gas they use in automobiles sometimes. Okay, so that drip feed worked perfect for my lapidary unit. It's a 6-inch faceted machine base that was a kit. Some guy bought it and did a really ugly job of executing the kit. And then he mounted the motor upside down because he was too stupid to put a couple pieces of 2x4 under the legs of it, raise it up so the motor would be in the right orientation. But other than that, there's a really nice piece of, 2 nice pieces of beaver board with angle brackets holding them together, a speed control, a Dayton 1/3 horsepower motor, right? And this lapidary, this faceted machine bottom end kit as a unit. $50. The motor itself was $75 then. Yeah, I bought it. I raised the lap unit so that I could turn the motor the right way up. And roughly following the micromark pattern for a drip coolant system, I cobbled this together. Steel rod, a bracket, some wire, a Tupperware container, one of those valves that taps into your water line so you can send water to a ice maker or, you know, piece of tubing, leftover parts, square piece of a rod. This was came from a Enco supply out of Chicago measuring tool set. You know, it was the part of the magnetic base for the dial indicator. Yeah, I cannibalized part of my dial indicator base set to make this. I still got the dial indicator and I use it. I modified it heavily. Oh yeah. Well, at least the back of it. No, shaved it clean. Okay, now for where did it go? Where did WD go? Ah, there we are. For years, yeah, it would have to happen. For years, I've been using this. A lot of machinists on YouTube use this a lot. Cutting fluid, coolant, tapping fluid. And it makes sense, especially for aluminum, because the liquid in here is just about the consistency of kerosene, which in old machine shop books I read in the past, they suggested for aluminum, you use coal oil. I finally found out by talking to a really old machinist that was kerosene. Okay. But, I sort of want like a mistogen system. So, no, not there. Here? Yes, here. Now, Badger. Badger. Oh, I guess that I took that other one apart. Well, this will work to illustrate my point. This is a Badger airbrush. I could make an adapter so that the water drips here. And of course, I've got all the accessories for pumping air through this. Then all I'd have to do is find a way to mount it. Not my favorite way. Not my favorite way. But if you were to do that, you need to Tim Taylor your fluid supply. Home improvement, the washing machines. Look up on the wall above the washing machines. If you Tim Taylored your fluid supply, then all you'd have to do is figure out a way to mount it. Yeah. How to mount it. Last year, when I was planning big milling machine project, I said, I want to put fresh coolant on a regular stream or spray, right? So from Micromark, I got this. The clear hose used to come out of there. I changed the position of it. It wasn't quite right for me, but it's good enough. Okay, now, in here, is a pump. It's a It's a 12 volt DC, 450 milliamp pump, variable. You can do full bore, rock and roll, try and use it to set out a building fire next door, or you can turn it down and be a gentle little squirt. Now it has some of those lure lock hypodermic needle type, but they're not needles. They're blunt end. They're for shop. Anyway, they lure lock on here. Okay. Now I showed you the Misty made. Off camera, I took the foam foam plastic insulation off of here. It was undersized, so there'd be no sweating to fit it to the unit. And it was just a piece of tape holding it in place. And it was stuffed in that red bag. Now, there's a nozzle. And it puts out a mist. Okay. And here we have your basic tire inflation valve. Schrader valve, is that what they call it? That's where you're supposed to pump in the compressed air to compress this whole thing and get it to squirt, squirt. And here we have a T. And on the other leg of that T is the filler. This right here, this part here, screws onto your standard garden hose. Hose bib. Yeah, hose bib. And this is just a cap. My thought was I wanted to make an adapter so I can use this to gently push a little bit of fluid into my buffer tank. Notice I'm naming them buffer tank. Hey. Now, the adapter for this to there would have to be threaded. Have to be. I mean, I still have some standards left. Some. Okay. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, that costs too much money. I'd have to get a special die. And, oh, wouldn't that be fun? Sourcing the die. Yeah. So this here, I've got this plastic cap. Now I can take a big bore needle, probably one of the ones that came with my my diamond slurry polishing compounds for my lapidary unit. Yeah, I actually use it as a lapidary unit. Not cutting facets though. Strictly cabochons. Mostly opal. That's a whole other story. Now, that cap, that plug, with oh, my poor knees. Come on, you. There we go. No. Diamond polishing stick. Blue diamond polishing lap. Some yellow rouge and wheel for yellow rouge. Next. Another polishing lap. Green rouge wheel. White diamond, Tripoli, and polishing brush for the white diamond. polishing really cheap Kirby vacuum cleaner Butler polishing sticks. They gotta come out of there. Here we are. Diamond Lap. Slurry from 240 all the way to 100,000. Or 100,000 grit. Okay. Here's what I was looking for. Say you there for 1 minute. I've got all of these left over from my diamond slurries and other things that come with these. Or maybe I'll take one of these caps or a blank. Here's one here that the tubing is gone. I think probably that one will be the one that'll get mounted in the machined hole. See, bloodstone, agate, azurite, some steel dops, because I don't use wood dops. I use metal dops. Yeah, more laps. Buffing wheel for white diamond. Look at that. Flannel. Stitched. Unused. I'd hate to have to buy it now. What we got up here? Ah, yeah. The instruction booklet. This is for this really, really fine abrasive plastic sheets with these fine abrasives. All those lapidary oxides you hear people use as a powder to make a slurry to polish. Well, they made them into abrasive sheets. And the little sponge and the light polishing powder after you get down to the finest. Why don't you go in front of your house, lay down and lick your nuts? Oh, he didn't like that. Okay. So, there you have my thoughts. This to pump extra fluid into the buffer and come out the spray nozzle. And since the neighbor's big-ass dog won't shut the fuck up, good night from California. Hi, I'm back. I was talking to the dog. big Rottweiler mix. Must have been a Rottweiler and T-Rex or something. I mean, big ass dog. I step out. Dog saw me and ran. Yeah, that's a Rottweiler for you. You don't know how many damn Rottweilers I've seen were the biggest pussies. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go in now. I've shown you what I plan to do. I'm going to go in and maybe ramble on about some other shit in there. I got TVs and movies and other YouTube creators I can cap off on. Now, good night from California.